Oh, that was a bit high pitched and squealy, but it was bound to be because it's badminton day. Banks is all loaded. Everything's all loaded. My chauffeur, or Banksy's chauffeur, is here. The motorhome's all loaded. We've just put our car passes in to enter us. Look, 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 look. Oh, I remember getting that last year and feeling like, But we're focusing purely on positives, because this year is going to be the one, isn't it, Boo? This is, yes, I'm very much enjoying my haylage. Let's get on the road. The plan was to leave at 11.
10:57.
Let's go. Woohoo! Right, we got Nala. Oh, Nala's in with me.
Nala's in with you.
Nala's coming, but she's decided she
Your dog wants to come with me.
Okay, well, Poppy go. Oh, Poppy's not going to come up till Wednesday. Are you going with your mummy or are you coming with me? Are you staying there? I think your mummy would like you with her, don't you? Oh. You'd like to come with me, but you're going to come up with Daddy.
Of the last 2 days has been Rob handing me, showing me, saying you're in charge.
He knows I need looking after. Right, Doodle, come on, darling. You're not coming, I'm afraid. Are you swearing in the background of my video, husband? Right, yes, we are ready to get on the road. We are going to be driving out that gateway by 11 AM. And you'll be pleased to know I've ticked off everything on the additional overnight list.
Yay.
This morning. So we really are good to go. Bye, Dinklebum, love you. Can you pop him out in a couple of hours, please, darling? Pardon? Yeah. First thing to do when we get there, turn the fridge on. Otherwise,
the fridge is on.
Turn the what on?
The fridge is on whilst you drive, but we then need to turn the gas on when we get there because otherwise it won't be on.
And turn the gas on because nobody wants warm cider. Priorities, guys. Right, let's get the show on the road.
Ooh, just check.
Can I also just say,
love you.
I didn't put this on yesterday, did I?
It's nice.
Doesn't it?
I like that it's quite long in the body.
Yeah, I like this bit too.
Yeah, meshy. Meshy like these.
Yeah.
Woo! Lovely. Oh, and it's got a nice bit on the back of the neck too, isn't it?
I can't. I took the ticket off and I thought I haven't even tried this on yet. I hope it fits.
But the most exciting thing is, isn't it nice that you're able to be sleeveless? Whoop, whoop.
I know.
It's sunny.
It's warm.
Good vibes.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Off you get, Pops.
Oh,
Come
I
on.
need to move my car.
We made it. We are on the hallowed turf, the prestigious turf. Wow. I was so excited. Oh, was that in focus or was it not? Who knows? But yeah, we are here. And Meg and Han have saved us a spot. Fingers crossed. We're a lot later than we planned to be, but we will explain why when we get out, because for now I'm just going to concentrate on getting parked up because it's looking like it's going to be very, very muddy. There's been a lot of rain. Look. Ugh, we had loads over the last half hour. He's very, very muddy and soggy. We thought it was going to be dry, sunny and delightful, but I don't think it's going to be. But I don't really care, it's not going to dampen our spirits. We are excited to have arrived. Oh, my bestie's the bestest, driving my precious boy in all the way up here. And like I said, it's taken a very, very long time. That is not even the correct time. That is an hour early because I haven't changed it yet. Oh, and it won't focus anyway. Yay, thanks for saving us a space, Hambam.
Welcome.
I heard you charmed the lovely, love man.
It's so hard.
Oh, look at all that chalk. Thanks, you've arrived, my boy. He says, oh, this looks exciting. This looks exciting. Yeah, Han and Meg very kindly sweet talked the lovely steward man to give us a space right by them. So they're there. We're here, and as you can see, it was very muddy driving in. All right, mate, what are you snorting at? What are you snorting at?
Good.
First wash of the year.
We made it.
That was a long drive.
Well, also, it was like, it's a year later, Banks.
A year late, eh, mate?
Mate, you were supposed to be here last year.
He says, oh, their grass tastes nice here. Is that what come for?
You told me. I'd have come, it's nice.
Oh, bless him.
Good. Wow, someone's been bathed well. Look at that.
Silky.
Silky,
smooth.
silky.
Bam, bam, all right, settled in.
She's good. Yeah, she loves it here.
She loves it here. She's a regular, isn't she? Third year in a row.
That way. Let's go.
Oh, well, it is going to be a pop you in the stable, I'm afraid, mate, and get straight out and walk the course because we are 2.5 hours later than we planned to be arriving. Why is that scary?
Stop knocking it.
You don't actually need to go near it, do you?
I know, you do. Knocking it and be like, oh, move.
It's like, yeah, but the juiciest patches there, guys. Oh, should we take you to your badminton stable?
Yeah.
He says, I want to stay and eat grass. Thanks. Han, you are the best. Sorry, Em, you're the best too, but...
I just drove for 6 hours up here. I'm going home.
Oh yeah, she don't want the man to shout at us for having the ramp down because this is our perimeter and we can't. Hello! Hello! Yeah, took a long time to get here, but we're good. Oh, ham, muscles.
How do I put this up?
Shall I help? It's because you're going uphill so high. Ugh. Oh, do you want a rug on him?
He'll be alright. It's quite warm, isn't it? Hence the thunder and lightning, I guess, because it's so muggy. Why are you here?
Hold on, do you need your passport or anything? Oh.
Why didn't we get these on camera? Oh, we did yesterday. It's fine.
Did.
Before we ruined it.
Yeah.
They were new yesterday, guys. Because we were prepped for spring.
I wouldn't be worrying too much about your white legs either.
Oh no. Oh wow.
Wow.
So much rain.
Hey Nat, we've hung ours over there.
Oh, we got this head out.
I know.
He's here all week.
Oh no.
I don't think he's fazed by the fact he can't put his head out. I think I was more upset than him. He's gonna have a wee-wee, are you? Good boy, don't roll, okay? You can wee, you can eat the grass, you can eat the hay. Han's gone to get you water, which we can,
I'm gonna go help with.
Em's gonna go help with. Put that there, I think. No, I don't get put that there, and then, yeah, he can still put his nose out to people, can't he? It's not like it's, you know, the small mesh.
Small, no, exactly.
Yeah, you can still have kisses. Oh, thanks. Ah, so yeah, quick turnaround because we're much later. Then we are going to go and walk the course.
So we're here, ready to walk the Grassroots Championship course with little Miss Tia.
He's on one.
She's all excited. She's raring, ready to go.
Quickly got to do a story, guys.
Get these trainers up. Well, seeing as I can't even give Cameron oh. We've been rushing, all right, guys. We're 2.5 hours late. You think, oh, I was looking for the green lights, but it's different mics. Yeah, we're rushing, all right.
Traffic today has been horrible.
Poor Cameron could do with his present I got him because he's got soggy wet feet. Because as soon as how far around the course were you when it rained?
Oh,
Straight
goodness.
away?
Yeah, straight away. It's been raining the whole way round. But we had a really good course walk earlier. Thank you very much. We try. We didn't even have the hairbrush with us today. But no, the course walk went really well with everyone earlier. That was really good. And now we're ready to
Now
go
I get
and
my own private
walk it
one.
with you, little Miss T.
Which is very kind.
Yeah, no, God, I love all this, don't I?
You
So-
do. You do. You're through and through committed, passionate.
Yeah,
Let's get to
totally.
that start box. He said
Perfect.
he has obviously already had a sneaky peek.
Yeah,
And you think
yeah.
it looks lovely.
I think it looks really nice.
His actual words were a lot easier. No.
I think in my gut
inviting.
feeling it is when they run this way round, the way the undulation works, and they haven't got the rail ditch rail in it this year, I think it is a little kinder, but obviously with its own questions. Okay. But you ready to go?
I am indeed.
Good girl.
So, we're at the start box.
We're at the start box.
Which is very exciting.
Yes.
I have actually already looked at the course on the
Fantastic.
cross-country app.
Yeah.
Because obviously they do
It's
it.
great they put it out, isn't it?
And they put it out quite early. They put it in about 5-6 days ago. But that was the undressed course. But now it's been dressed. They have actually already uploaded the pictures since it was dressed this morning, I believe.
And they've done a whole new upload since then. Wow,
Yeah,
God.
so efficient. They
Yeah.
are on it. So I don't actually have to record the course myself. I don't have to go up and take all my photos because they are already there.
Yeah.
But what I have done is downloaded the course so that it is on my phone, and then I can go in and any notes or any tips or any advice
Amazing.
you give me, I can put in, but that'll only come to me.
Is that a new feature?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
What a great addition to their app.
yes.
Wow.
Very, very helpful. So if you can go on and look at it all for free, but if you subscribe and become a pro cross-country app subscriber or member, then you get access to the minute markers. You can count up, you can count down. Do you count up or down?
For
You don't always wear a watch, do you?
No, for a 1 day I would count down, for a 3 day I would count up.
Why? I'm
Because
intrigued. Wow, I wasn't
for a
expecting that
1
complex
day,
an answer.
I wouldn't do minute markers,
Okay.
just for ease of the day.
Okay.
So I just set my watch 10 seconds more than the time would be and press it at 10 seconds down.
Yeah.
And just sort of want to
And
know
gotta get back
towards
by
the
zero.
end. Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I've done my minute markers, done it all properly, then I start it at 10 seconds to press it at 10 seconds, it rolls down, then it starts going up for my minute markers.
Intriguing. That's what we do, isn't it? I feel like I need
Yeah.
to check with them there, but yeah, that is what we do.
And that's what I would do when I've done it properly with my minute markers, but at a 1 day.
We do it properly with our
Oh, we do?
when we...
I think it's just on the odd 1 day with a young horse. I'm not I'm not as fussed so much about the optimum. I sort of just want to know how long have I got till I get home.
Yeah.
So then I don't.
And like you say,
put
when
that
you're
on.
on a young horse as well, you just want to get into a nice rhythm.
Totally.
And not worry about what you're watching.
Anyway, enough about that, Tina. We're thinking about this. Come on, girl.
I need to get into a rhythm and go
Yes,
slow.
Totally.
So what I'm saying is, within the app though, I can go in and edit,
Yeah,
and
perfect.
only I will then see the notes that I've put in because I've downloaded it.
Yeah.
Whereas everybody's got access if they're a subscriber to the other features.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm
Brilliant.
excited. Let's
Awesome.
go. Fence
Fab.
1 looks lovely. A log.
Yeah, so, but the first thing you need to think about with fence 1
Mm-hmm.
is obviously you come out of the start box, if you kept going straight, you go into that tree stump in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay,
So get
it's
straight early.
It's exactly that. It's important about coming out the start box, get onto the line early enough, so 3 strides in front of the log, you're not having to pull them right or pull them left. Okay, and as I always say with fence 1, is you want to come out in a gear that is slightly more than a show jumping gear, but not your full-blown cross-country gear, okay? Because you don't want to come out in a flat-out gallop, have an awkward stride over fence number 1, and then be going, phew, got away with that. Yes?
Yeah.
You
It
wanna
needs to be a
think-
lovely first jump.
Exactly that. So you come out in a little bit more than a show jumping canter, so it's a little more positive than that. Definitely towards 4.5 yard canter, but you don't need to be in your big galloping canter.
Okay.
Happy with that?
Yeah, and I love that they've put a nice ground line here now, because in the undress pictures that we saw on the app,
Yeah.
when I was looking earlier in the week, it literally was just the log.
Yeah.
But that gives them a lovely...
But another
Take-off
point,
point,
as you
doesn't
know,
it?
because you've done lots of course walks with me, that I'm very disciplined about with all of these first few fences out on course, exactly that. You pick a point on the jump and you stick to it. You learn early on, I want to jump this little bit of funny coloured wood, and if my horse jumps right or left, then I know my horse is drifting today, okay?
Yeah.
So some people who like to keep their eyes up will pick something in the distance to really hold a line
Yeah.
to. Some people might pick something on the fence, either works for you.
I
but
want
it-
his left hoof going over that little bit of funny colour wood.
Perfect, spot on.
Don't I?
So then exactly that. So you know straight away, God, he's drifting right today. He's drifting left today. I need to be aware of that later on in the course, okay?
Quite early on in the course.
Exactly that, exactly that. Good, and when you've jumped this, as we talk about all the time, the cumulative effect, if you have a bit of an awkward jump, your fault or his, land, do something about it straight away.
Yeah.
Don't land and fall into a heap and have a bad jump
my
and not...
goodness.
Exactly, and then have an even more awkward jump at fence 2 and a stop at fence 3. You know,
Okay.
that's often what happens, isn't it? People have a bad jump at 1, bad jump at 2, fence 3 is simple, but they stop at that one because they've lost the confidence over the first 2 and not done anything about it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, obviously, when we're walking courses, it does totally.
So I've got to
But
get my
even
line
before
early.
Before
Yeah.
that, we talk about the difference between a jump and a hazard. This road crossing is a hazard,
Yeah.
very much so. Okay.
So would you bring them back a bit for that?
Definitely,
So they don't
because
trip or...
it will just lose a bit of balance and a bit of confidence in their canter and come out and you're then scrambling for balance.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, every time you're changing any surface, you know, they'll probably cover this, but even still, it's going to be a different surface to the grass you're on. So you just need to think, if I was in a car, would I slow down? The answer hopefully would be yes. Maybe not if you're M.
She's got no mic, she
Tina.
can't respond.
But okay, perfect. If you're Emily, you would. Tina, maybe not, or definitely not if you're Rob. But but my point being,
Yeah.
slight gear change to come over the change of surface in balance, to then ride on again to fence 2.
So land 1, move away a bit, but then
Spot on.
rebalance for
Rebalance
this.
over the hazard.
And I'm feeling like
come
I want
out.
to keep right a bit to
Exactly
then get
that.
a nice
Spot
stroke.
on. The where I spoke to everyone earlier, the easy thing here is to come off the line, off the fence line too early.
You don't want to be
And
jumping
then-
fence 2 on an angle.
Exactly that. Good girl.
You've taught me a lot over the years.
Yeah, well, we try. And then stop. So to me, you're aiming just left of, can you see where the string starts to come back on itself?
Yeah, like
That's-
the red, whatever it is. But
Yeah,
could
you
that
won't, you
move?
might not see
It's a
that.
lorry, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's also people might be in the road. But you see that string there
Yeah,
where it's roped
yeah.
and it comes out and then it starts to turn right
Yeah,
again.
uh-huh.
That just left of that to me is a good line.
Okay, yeah.
And again, being
So as if I'm going to get my head knocked off by the tree.
exactly that.
Okay.
And again, it's being very disciplined. So if you pull the inside rein, what's going to happen?
If I pull it,
If you just pull the left rein off that turn, what's going to happen to him? If you pull the
he'll
left,
go unbalanced.
because he'll fall to the right and
Yeah.
bend too much to the left.
Yeah.
So it's really thinking about 50-50 that we've always spoken about, coming around even in both reins and really keep that even feel all the way in. Yeah. Again, this would be spooky and wide enough. I mean, your boys
Perfecto,
jump
yeah.
plenty bigger than this, but still, you're not going to stop at this. But if you have a bit of an awkward jump over it, or he's a
Yeah.
bit spooky over it, like he might be, I fully
yeah.
expect him to not have
Especially
a
if
problem
the sun's
at it.
out, it'd be a bit glary.
Spot on, and I expect him just to be a bit like, oh, mummy, that's a bit spooky and bigger than fence one.
Thanks, Cam.
So then, no, but my point
Yeah.
I'm about to
Be
make is
prepared
then on.
for it.
No, it's what you do on landing.
Okay.
Landing. Oi, come on.
Yeah.
You didn't need to spook
You
at that,
didn't need
mister.
to, yeah.
Get on with it. Even though we probably will react to it on the landing side,
Yeah.
okay? Because
No, I
if
get
you
that.
allow him to spook at this, fence 3 to me is quite a question in its own way,
Okay.
which we'll discuss in a sec, but it's that cumulative effect again.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You want to be gaining confidence over these, not losing it. God, you smell nice, Tina.
Thanks.
You
What does it
do.
smell like?
I don't know. No, you smell. I just got what? Maybe it was Emily. I don't know.
Long con
But-
with VS Bell. Robbie got it at me at the airport.
Smell very nice. So for me, if you were a real speedy person and knew that your horse wasn't going to spook, you could hug the fence line to the 91, not to the 100. But I think the safer option is to be right in the middle between the fence and that. I don't think you need to go any wider. I think that's wasted space.
Yeah. Too many
Okay?
straight strides then, aren't
Exactly that. So to me, it's really important to come out and square up to it. So remind me again, are the horse's eyes on the front or sides of their heads?
On the sides of
Sides of their heads, exactly that.
Where are we going?
So, my point being, you've got the tree here, you've got this funny branch on the right-hand
Yeah.
side. It's very claustrophobic to a horse
Yeah, okay.
when they're looking at the sides. To me, they're going to go very spooky over this, purely
okay.
because their eyes are on the side, and that is very much on the right. This is on the left.
Like
and
it's
you-
all going to get them.
exactly that, Gina.
Yeah.
Ride it like a triple brush.
I was like, okay.
So
Yeah,
really pick
okay.
a point and
Drive and-
squeeze him to the middle.
Okay.
Okay.
Toothpaste.
It's exactly that. Squeeze your tube of toothpaste all the way through our 5 phases of the jump.
Okay.
Good, fab. So T, before we even get to fence 4, what's this?
Hazard.
Hazard, exactly that, good girl. So
yeah,
you
'cause
really,
it's almost like a little lip, isn't there, as
totally
well?
that, complete change of surface. So that's going to be very different for the horse. So actually treat this hazard as a really good opportunity to get the canter what you need for fence 4
Rebalance.
anyway.
Okay.
So because you've got to balance for the hazard. So to me, I want you to walk the line, then I've already walked it, so I'm going to tell you the line that I prefer.
Okay. Well, I'm thinking, from here initially, I'm thinking I want to go slightly left of centre,
Okay.
purely because I know he's shorter strided. Although it's dragging you downhill, so I suppose it's going to pull you into a
Go for
longer
it. What-
stride. Tell me after I've walked it, yeah? No, I've changed my mind already. I want to be dead centre.
Okay. Fab.
Dead centre, and I'm aiming towards the big tree.
So that is the completely direct line.
Yeah.
To me, so I can ask you another question.
It is early on though, so I could straight and left.
No, I wouldn't do that either. That's too much pulling him around.
Okay.
So all I would do, so first of all, what is more the question, A or B?
Actually, A.
A,
Yeah.
definitely A.
So do I want to
okay?
hit A more parallel?
So you don't want to do this completely straight on because then you make a mess of B.
Sharp turn, yeah.
So I've got in my eye line the red flag of B.
Okay.
So I'm jumping it
And then
slightly,
opening.
and then opening it and just doing a little curve back.
Yeah.
So rather than doing middle to middle here, stand here a sec just to look at that line again.
Yeah.
And then go back to find the red flag in the middle.
Yeah, that's nicer for
Does
him,
that
isn't
make
it?
sense?
Yeah.
So it just softens the angle of fence A. So I'd be looking red flag, land, open the door back to B. And because it's a soft profile, yes, it walks on a nice 2, but you could get 3. There's no back rail to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could get a little under B, keep your body tall, and 3 would be fine.
Depending on how you jump A.
Yeah, totally. But to me, it's all about getting in at A, decreasing the risk of the angle without totally taking him off the line of B.
Yeah. Because we know full well he's not going to take a flyer on an angle, is he?
Exactly that. Exactly that.
He's going to get deep to it.
But to me, it's
Downhill.
being clever.
Trying to not allow him to chip in at Palmerston on an angle.
But Tina, even if you just come back here a
Yeah.
sec, even
In
if
the
you
warm-up, you
lined
mean?
up that Voltaire sign and tree and then opened the
Still
door.
room, isn't there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you can't totally square up this because
No.
that would make too much mess, but you could look at the tree or the red flag but not, I don't think you need to be on the total angle. So it's the red flag of the tree.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
And then all you have to do is land and open the door. So another thing that's really important, as we know, coming downhill, yes, you want to get balance, but you've got to keep your hand down so he keeps his head low and he can keep looking. What you don't want to do is come down here, feel a little out of control and lift your hands. And then when you lift, he gets up here and then he can't see the fence and he can't adjust nicely. So you've got to think, whoa, Banksy, with the body, but the hands nice and down so you keep his neck soft and out, yes? And you've got to try and think more grip, less elbow. Okay. So your elbow stays in front of you, you're just using the grip for the control. So
But it doesn't look like that much of a downhill, but I bet it rides.
It will definitely ride down. So now you need to think, say we're going red flag, so walk your strides to your red flag and then curve back in.
I've definitely put a 3 in there, Cam.
Yeah, so to me though, you did turn a little late.
Quite
I
wide.
think you'll turn earlier than that, darling.
Okay.
So say we're jumping to red flag here. You know, directly I've landed, then my eyes are back on this again. Still walks a short 2. Yes. But,
Place your bets.
But to be honest, hands down, body 2, tall, 2 or 3 is fine. But it's jumping that on the slice, but not so much on the slice that you're trying to completely straight line it.
Okay.
I think a little gentle curve in there with an opening of the inside door is much better and much safer.
Let's
Happy
move
with
on.
that?
Yeah, not overthink that one.
Yeah.
That'll be easy.
No, but do you see my point?
Yeah,
You just gotta, it's about being clever with your line in and your focal point.
Yeah, no, that's, I do think that's nicer to try and take the A element on a
Slightly less
more
angle,
Yeah.
but it still has to be jumped on the slice, but you don't need to jump it totally on the slice to be.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important, you know, as you come through the trees, obviously you might be spooking a little bit, but when you come out, this is all a little bit downhill, let him run. Okay, don't think, Banksy, listen, because you've got this bit of uphill
That'll
here again,
kill it
which will
again.
slow him down enough. What you don't want to be doing is wrestling him slightly down the undulation.
Yeah.
And then go up and go, oh God, I have to go again now.
Yeah, okay.
Let him just slip the reins, come to, and let him sort of run with you a little bit, because then the uphill will slow him down. You know, if you're wrestling him down there, you're going to have no, you know,
Using my energy
exactly
and,
that, mental and physical energy.
I feel like he's watched that video.
Yeah. But just let them run down to then let them run up.
Okay, that was a successful 100 round. I won't
It was very
complain.
successful. That was before you were a vlogger, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. No, I think we have got,
Yeah.
18, that was.
Everything you just said off of camera, Tina, you went, that's lovely. And that's gorgeous.
So we're at Launceston
Yes.
or Pontypool.
Totally, we're used to
You
them
made
down
me
in the
jump
Rush
one
country.
bigger than that at Pontypool
We
last
did,
year.
and then it was to the water.
Yeah.
So again, to me, if we were correlating what we've already jumped, it's a little bit like fence 2. So if he was a little spooky at that, make sure, or if you've had a bad jump at the brushes, yes, just make sure you, after the brushes, wake him up again, okay? So you don't take it to this, which yes, it's a lovely fence, but you don't want to have a bad jump over the brushes and then a bit of a proppy jump here, and then you've got a big question coming up after this.
Yeah.
So this needs to be a real confidence giver.
Okay.
So don't...
Needs to feel effortless.
Exactly that. Again, coming slightly up a hill is lovely, so just be brave to keep coming in the canter and pick a spot and jump it. You don't need to kill the canter to get there.
Okay.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Good girl.
If I've come from the hay cart, I would be hugging the rope all the way around, but you already told me that's too far out. So I'm looking to come into this undulation a bit.
Yeah, spot on.
Yeah. So I'm coming round there. And this is if I'm taking the direct route, but I've got options.
Yeah.
Initially, I thought I wouldn't be taking the direct route. I thought I'm speedy enough to go and do
Yeah.
that, which would mean going straight across the table, B, and then curve round.
Yeah.
But looking at it here, I think we'll be absolutely fine to take the direct route.
Yeah.
It's just like a corner, isn't it?
Totally agree with you, but I think there's a way we can make it even easier.
Okay.
Okay.
What way?
So, well, the line that I walked was we jumped the corner here where Emily is.
Okay.
So you're jumping it completely with aiming between B and that wooden pin.
Oh, aiming to Emily.
Yeah, aiming at Emily.
Okay.
So you've slightly, if you think here was the line you were on, more of an angle in. Here's the line towards Emily, slightly less of an angle in.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, same as the
And then
4A, really.
yeah, exactly that. It's just softening the angle in, because look how far B away is.
Putting in more parallel.
So then,
into it.
exactly, so I'm aiming literally towards Emily here.
Yeah.
I'd walk my 2 strides for my landing. And then even if I ended up over here, I can open my inside rein and come back to B very nicely, and it still walks in a lovely 4 strides. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Whereas you can totally do the direct route, but this is still the direct route, but it just slightly softens A.
Okay.
Tell me your thoughts on that. Because you don't have
Well,
to
in
go
all
with
honesty,
that.
I'm looking at it thinking A doesn't look that bad, but I don't want to do something silly so early on.
Well, to be honest, I think you'd be great over A. I think it is the jump everyone wants to jump.
Yeah.
You know,
Because you just got to aim for this, haven't you?
Yeah, totally.
Take off and then straight through.
But come and look at this line again. Come in front of me. There. So then it's almost more like a skinny oxer.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Rather than a corner, which encourages the left run out
drift
more.
left.
So you literally.
Should we just move
aiming-
one of those Christmas trees?
Yes. I had a lovely girl on the course walk earlier who said, "Could I jump the oxer here on the angle and go between the
wow.
Christmas trees to not do
If
the
you
corner?"
want to bank it.
But I said to her, well, I know her and she's from our area. She's on a very big horse.
Oh, okay.
But I said the problem is you might end up getting, in the Christmas trees on landing. So we decided not to.
That's
do
a
that
route I
option.
wouldn't think, but alternatively we could come straight, depending how sticky we've been over the first few. But that's hell of a lot wider than just jumping the corner, isn't
Yeah.
it?
And I see you keep eyeing that up. I still just want you to keep visualising this line.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do what I'm told.
So no, no.
Yeah.
But
No, I get
just-
what you mean.
Yeah.
So it's more parallel, less of a...
Less of a slice at the front rail.
Uh-huh.
You don't have to accept the angle of the corner because it'd be different if B was even more left.
Yeah.
But they've been kind, yes.
Yeah. Oh, it was a completely different line last year, wasn't it?
Yeah,
But it was a lot. It's
totally.
fence 14 by that point.
Totally. So I think this is kinder than it's been before.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to give you the options, but then you are ultimately the captain of the ship. Okay. So option A is obviously totally direct, not coming off the line, lining up B. Option B is taking the angle out a bit at A and aiming completely in between the wood things and the B, and then landing and just opening the inside door. And option C is jumping this with a nice positive canter, going to B and then turning right back on yourself and then carrying on up there.
Depends when my 4 minute marker goes off.
Also 4 minute.
My 1 minute.
1 minute.
Whether
Then you keep
sorry, I
saying
keep
four.
saying that. If my 1 minute marker that's meant to go off after fence 4B goes off here, I might just go that
But
way.
I'm going to challenge you that later
not,
on in the course, there's a lot more things you will slow down for. So actually, it'll be good to be up.
Yeah,
and
very
also,
true.
my other point: where have we already gained information about left angles?
4A.
4A.
Yeah.
So if he's been really on it there, spot on. Keep coming to this.
Yeah.
If he felt
There's
like
a lot more to look at ahead of here, though.
yeah,
isn't there?
totally.
And
But
there'll be
if
a
he
lot of
felt
crowds.
wobbly at fence 4, we'll then go long.
Yeah.
To me, this is going to be a very influential fence, okay? Because obviously I'm already coming into it and it's a very spooky jump on its own. Over there, it's always a spooky one. Now they've got it just a couple of strides in front of the water and you've got all of those marquees and stands behind
They're
it.
going to back off, aren't they?
Totally. So to me, I'm going to ride this with exactly the same plan as I would ride a rail ditch rail. Okay, so imagining that's my rail in and the water's the ditch.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, makes
so
sense.
that cross here sign, I'd be doing what?
Coming back to a bouncy can. No, moving forward to make sure you get a reaction off the leg.
Yes, so what I call my electric shocks. Yeah. So there I want to be checking in, is my leg working? Okay, because that's plenty enough away that if he shoots off the leg, you've got enough time to bring him back again.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't shoot off the leg, you've got to give him a little tickle on the bottom and say, Banksy, I need a sharper reaction, that darling.
Yeah.
Yes, so that I get a really nice positive reaction to my leg if I need to put it on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Then about here, so as we've just come past this gap,
Cross, yeah.
you want to be doing what if it was a rail ditch rail?
Getting bouncy.
It is spot on, being in your really still coming, but
Boing,
short
boing.
bouncy canter. To me, actually I'm going to ask you the question, which side helps you for the next fence more?
Oh, I thought it was flagged that I had to jump the left, to be fair. But it's not, is it?
No.
last year.
To last year,
Fine,
yeah.
perfect.
Last year it was
So which one would you
stipulated, wasn't
rather jump?
it? The right.
Spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. The only reason that you might jump
'Cause you're
the left...
going left
And yeah, so you definitely want to jump the right. The only reason you might jump the left is the hundreds have already all been. Could get a little soft. If you're
Okay.
coming back there and you're like, God, that looks muddy, that might be the only reason I
Okay.
might jump the left if it
Yeah.
looked really muddy on the right.
Uh-huh.
But plan A is to jump the right, okay? So we've got him really short. Knowing there's something on landing, do horses typically jump on a bold stride or a chip in?
Chip in.
Chip in, exactly. So it doesn't mean you back off, but your body and your hands low say he's probably going to add one.
Yeah.
And that's fine, okay? But
That'll be fine. He's not going to
Yeah.
be spooky. We'll have a
But-
bit of Emily Dunstan.
But
Dobson.
Tina,
Yes, go on.
now this is a hazard again.
Yeah.
So you've got to do a big whoa.
I don't want to go swimming.
You've got to do a big whoa so he doesn't end up jumping the other side of the strings.
Nala's just going to show us how deep it is.
Because if you don't do this,
Yeah.
they end up either jumping in or running in, you've got to do a big rebalance before you enter the water. Okay.
See, when you look back, it does look nicer to jump the 100 side, doesn't it?
Yes, but because it gives you more space, exactly. But if you're going to come here, then you get out to the string.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, a couple of really important things. So none of us have got wellies on, so I'm going to tell you now. We got someone to walk through earlier. It is deep.
Okay.
It is quite deep. Okay. Yeah. So the importance thing there is you've got to think, get in early. Yeah. So if they break to the trot, you've got time to get the canter back. Okay. Now remember, if they break to trot in water and you want to get canter in water, what have you got to do to the rein at the same time?
If they break to
slightly keep it, because if you just kick and drop, they just do a big floaty trot, don't
I want
they?
a compressed canter.
So you got to think he's broken to trot, kick and hold.
Yeah.
So it bounces uphill to you. Yeah. All the way out to your string. You've got to use your string to help.
Was there a point on the string you were aiming for when they walked it?
The second one. To come off of? Do you mean?
Well, just to be at it by.
Well, because we walked to the right-hand side, we just want to get to it as early as we can.
Oh, okay.
Just get to it as early as you can and then follow it.
So level with the end of the
as
marquee.
As quick as you can, basically.
Okay.
T. Because the
to
more
have room for if they spook at it.
Exactly.
But that looks spooky more the 5-star fence.
Yes, yeah. Don't aim to the 5-star fence.
I won't.
No.
We can't limbo that low.
So they are lowering it for your class.
Okay. Oh, and that's a handy thing to write in the app cam so that I know.
Yeah, they're lowering it for your class.
So I am just going to write in here for my comments of 7 that I can jump either side this year, just to remind myself when I'm going through my visualisation.
Perfect. You don't want to be letting him die on you. You could be working for the gear,
because it is a decent little mound.
Totally, and you've got to think, stay out much wider than you want to. The inclination when you've got that blind turn is want to land and just get there. Turn and just get there. You've got to be right out to that string, square turn,
nice and straight foot.
and then you've got a real good job of jumping.
Well, because even with a square turn there, you've probably still only got 2 strides, haven't you?
Totally. Well, with him maybe 5, but
love you.
but here,
Yeah.
I want you to think about your head touching his bottom as you go over it.
It is a drop,
but to help you for the landing, okay?
Balance.
So, Tina, knowing we're going to be,
I want to stay straight for a little bit.
Stay.
Jumping that dead in the centre.
Yep, spot on.
Four before I curve, or am I going
so I
5?
think 4 on a big horse, 5 on a pony horse.
Because otherwise I could go uphill much more from 5.
I think you'll still get 5.
Okay.
Knowing how we would have come out of the water, and that's fine.
Because I don't want him running off with me down
Exactly that. So you need to think, was that more or less than you would have thought?
More.
More.
Yeah.
So even if you don't remember it's 5, you have to think it's more than you think.
Yeah, okay, so don't turn too soon.
Don't turn too soon, because that's the reason someone's going to have a run out here.
Yeah, no.
And then the other thing is you have to think turn with right aids to get him back into the left hand so you come up to it. That's why you need the whip in the right hand.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, for this question. So after the corner, you need to swap it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then once you've got here, you just think, let the stride come to me. Don't go to the stride. And think leg and hand, leg and hand, leg and hand, leg and hand. Oh, we've jumped it. Yeah.
That's where everyone cheers around here, isn't it?
Open your left rein to get back into the balance, up into a nice gallop. So Tina, what I told everyone earlier, and I'd love to give you this challenge as well. Ooh. Okay. So a fence like this, gorgeous fence, really lovely. I want you to be galloping along. I want you to arrive here in a great balance, but I don't want you to tell anybody else on the outside that you even balanced him from the gallop. Oh. So what I mean by that is you arrive here in the right balance, but you do it millimetre by millimetre from your gallop. Yes.
I feel like I did that over fence 5 at Calmsden.
Good. Perfect.
That was a bit, that boxy one.
That's the challenge at these plain fences we want to give ourselves, because it would be very easy to be galloping along, hoik them back on the spot, and then chase them on again and jump it. Yeah. But that's just broken the rhythm so much for the horse. So it's thinking, how can I arrive here in a great balance so I'm not galloping into it, but do it in a way that no one even knows I've balanced them. Does that make sense? Yeah. If he's going to be long or short, feel willing to slightly slip, because he's good when he's got that bit of freedom in the rein. Just think, give him a little bit more, he can use his body. And if you can't see a pattern to it, and I'm using the word pattern, not stride, if you can't see a pattern to it, just think, where's the middle? And ride to the middle. You know, if I'm ever coming and going, I can't see one, the pattern's not coming to me, ride to the middle. And then at least they're straight and jumping it nicely.
Not shut your eyes and kick.
No. Well, if you ride to the middle, they're sort of doing that, but in a more constructive way.
Okay.
Yes.
That's fine. It's inviting, isn't it?
It's gorgeous, just beautiful. That
nice
will
and
give you
ascending.
a lovely feel, great profile, lovely soft brush.
I thought you were going to say your challenge was mid-air, do what Emily did at the steeplechase at Picton.
I mean, you could do that as well. But do you see my point? It needs to be, how can I get there in a good balance, but not tell anybody I've balanced him.
Okay.
AKA be a little subtle about it. I know subtlety isn't your middle name.
Not my forte.
No. Top jumping gear there. We've got the gates over there.
Oh yeah,
so
they come up quick.
So this isn't in between gear between the two.
Okay.
So I think they've actually been really kind and brought you down the gears slowly.
Gallop.
To a bit more of a jumping
Big
gear,
cut, yeah,
to then
to
your short
bouncy.
bouncy gear. So I think whereas they could have done that to some gates, they've actually done it, in my
Nice,
mind,
putting that in between.
a kind way. Yeah. So really important to give yourself a good jump over this to keep the confidence for the gates.
Because they are a bit leery.
Yeah, totally. And obviously we'll discuss them when we get to them, but because of the trees, you don't want to go in with the sun, there could be a lot going on. So to me, you really need to square up to this, go wider than you think. What you don't want to do is wing round to this, jump across it, have a bit of a horrid jump, have to gather your balance and then have a problem at the next fence. Yeah, so it's
That's the
being
point.
disciplined.
7 o'clock now, I'm jumping mid, sun will be right up there,
Right up there,
when I'll be
totally.
jumping it, so I'm going to
Totally.
make any different
Don't worry, I'm
shadows.
sure you've got someone following you around with a parasol to keep everything just right.
Is that what you're offering today?
Definitely not. I think I heard Emily offering that.
She's filming me.
So yeah, really square up to it and ride
Yeah.
it just like a nice show jump, because that's effectively what it is, isn't it? Yeah. Then discussing how we're going to get to the gates.
So when you say a show jump, but it's still a bit more like a triple bar show jump.
In a weird way, it's not really.
Is it more like an oxer?
It's more like an oxer, with that just being a bit of a ground rail, but just raised.
Okay.
Yeah, I would think of this as a nice oxer. It's not really a triple bar feeling.
Okay.
I think it will give you more of an oxer feeling than a triple bar. Let me know when you're going to give him a little electric shock.
Just before this crossing?
Spot on. So it's always your crosshair signs. Yeah. And I'd just be doing it. It might not be as big as the one we did before the water, but it's just a bit of a. Are you still listening?
Yeah.
So that if he's not, you've got a bit of time to say get in front of me.
That is a jump, not an obstacle.
Exactly that.
Not a spook hazard.
Not a spook hazard. To then have enough time to bounce him back again. Yeah.
I love how they've given us orange flowers and the pink flowers.
Yeah, just be careful.
Yeah.
The line you're on, it's a little bit on the angle. Just drop down to there, to me. So, and your defence, that oxer encourages you to be on the angle.
So
that
land and be to the right.
You've just got to get down to come up a little bit.
I'm going to put that in my app before
Good
I
idea,
forget.
good girl. Great function on the app. Because you don't want to be coming at this slightly on the slice and then going, oh God, now he's A, not going to make a good job of it, and B, it's not going to help you for the next element.
So 10 on landing slightly
hang
right.
Yeah. How many? We're not going to walk strides between A and B.
Straightness.
Walk the straight strides, exactly that, just like we do in show jumping.
I'm like,
How many?
there's
have you
only
got?
2.
Yep, but then you start turning on the
Yeah,
third.
yeah,
But
yeah.
again, that's more than one.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I know I say that in a bit of a silly way, but it would be easy to jump that and want to just get there.
Yeah, don't turn too early.
Exactly
yeah.
that.
Yeah, but it's encouraging you to want to hug the
Spot
trees,
on.
isn't it?
Spot
Yeah.
on, T. So it's being disciplined to think land
No.
and think put in a square turn, and then you've got to
Focus on
think
those
let
flowers.
let the fence come to you, let the fence come to you, let the fence come to you. This is a jump made for him. Yes, because
Why?
because he's careful.
Okay.
Yes, this is a jump not. If you were an ex-racehorse, you might not love it. If you're on a Banksy, you would love it.
Okay.
Yes, because it's got no back rail to it. He can use his little tidy knees, but he can only use them if you've got him square.
Yeah.
If you're drifting across it because you've turned too early and you're going right to left, it's not going to help you.
Well, yeah, because it's encouraging you to want to go straight down the track, isn't it? Whereas
And
actually,
if you go down there, you might find a fence you don't like on the
oh
left.
yeah, and I,
Yeah.
I need to go that way. Woo!
We
No, I
might
don't wanna
find
jump there.
a big jump
I
down
also
there.
might get eliminated, get told off for being
Yes.
on the 5-star turf.
Yes. So
Wow.
exactly that. You want to really square up this and then think NG, let the fence come to you. Oh, we've jumped it.
Yeah.
Rather than thinking get there. Oh, I've seen something big and expand.
But also stay straight, don't turn right over the fence too.
Spot
Yeah.
on, T, because then it'll drop the right shoulder. Good, fantastic. Let's mosey on. We've got the best of the weather now. This is
Yeah.
brilliant. Yeah, so
not
to
too
me-
early.
To me, it is very much a let-up fence. This. Don't think of it as a corner when you get to it. It's actually got no width to it.
Yeah.
But the 91 is harder than the 100. The 100 line is very obvious.
Yeah, this is a
The
more of a turn, isn't it?
You'd just be really annoying to turn in a little early and then run to the right.
And put them at the bigger part accidentally, right?
Or jump the 100 one and get, For yours, you've got to stay out much longer than you think
Yeah.
until you're almost square on with the front rail.
Okay.
Ride the front rail like it's an oxer, not like a corner.
Yeah, and I'm almost clocking that third pole of the string to head towards the middle, aren't I?
Brilliant. That's very mathematic, Tina. Very good. Well done. I don't think I'd actually be focusing on that. I think
What would
I'd
you-
just be looking at the front
Yeah, but
rail.
there's too many trees to pick which tree I
I'd
want
be
to look
looking
up
at the front rail.
Okay.
And just, as in, finding my square to it. And once
Yeah.
I found that, then eyes up.
I know, got nice tree strides off.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Just riding it like a upright with a back to it. That will ride beautifully.
Yeah, that's
nice.
nice.
Let up fence.
That's like the one we had at the bottom of the steps at Bicton.
Yeah. There are a few more questions coming up now. Now it gets into the...
Yeah, the scary
The-
one's next, isn't it?
This is much kinder than last year again.
How?
You'll see when you get there.
I wasn't in it
because-
last year.
Pardon?
It wasn't in it last year.
It was.
It wasn't because it ran the other way round.
These
the year
skinnies were in
before.
it last year.
Oh, skinnies. No, sorry, I meant the unfinished bridge.
Oh, sorry, I'm on about the skinnies. I'm on about
Oh, yeah,
the
that-
skinnies.
that looks nice
Last
there.
year was harder because
They were on the
you
mounds,
came
weren't
up,
they?
whereas now you jump it and go down a mound,
Ooh.
which to me is kinder rather than when it was up the mound to it.
Yeah.
So I was on about the skinnies, not the broken bridge. Yeah. You know, I think you're coming down the hill to it, but again, you don't need to overly influence his balance. He's a balanced horse enough. I think actually, as you're coming down, lengthen by 2 inches so you can come tall and then you can just keep the canter coming. If you over fight him at it,
Yeah, he'll be like, "What's the problem?"
Exactly.
Yeah,
Whereas
what's-
actually from here, it just looks like 3 rails.
Yeah.
I think if you start going back there, whoa, this is a hard fence, it will become a hard fence.
Yeah, no, it does look definitely different to how I envisaged it. I thought it looked bigger, more of a drop, and I thought this was more of a steep hill coming down to it. but-
Yeah, no, to me, you let them come down, lengthen so you can come tall without interrupting their head carriage. And then really just keep coming, Tina. You can't see a bad stride to it because you just keep coming. Do we slip the reins in prep or reaction?
No, so
Yeah,
it's easy
exactly.
peasy. If I can do it, Banksy can do it.
Do you slip them in prep or reaction?
In prep.
Prep, exactly that. So sort of where those trees are, just lengthen again, sit behind him, and then you're ready to do something if you need to.
And do they need a little tap or not? Is it just a rider scarer?
It is. If the tap makes you feel better, it makes you feel better, but I don't think it makes him feel better.
Okay.
But remember, I'm really against taps on the shoulder.
Oh no, not shoulder.
Yeah, good girl.
Like where your leg would go.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Spot on.
Definitely not the shoulder.
Yeah, I know. They annoy me. Those happy slapping slaps on the shoulder.
No.
Not from you, I mean from people in general.
No, but also that encourages, if you do your little tap, it encourages you to sit back
Sit
too, doesn't
back.
it? And give them their head.
Exactly that. Be a beautiful Harry
Ulterior
Reid.
motive to the little
Yeah.
tap.
Good girl.
Encouraging me to slip and give.
It's not a fence I'd be worried about.
Good. I won't worry then. We won't
No.
lose sleep over that.
It's tiny. It's only when you stand there, it looks a little bigger. No, I'm joking. If you think the horse probably going to land out here, really. If you're at full
Beautiful.
gab. So I think from walking this earlier, my initial now response to it is you have to get over B before worrying about get over A before worrying about B. Okay. A is as much the challenge as B is, and you don't want to be turning too early anyway. So I wouldn't even be really overly thinking about B. I want to be in my short bouncy canter that I've had at my gates.
Ping, ping,
Yes.
yep.
And thinking over A, okay? And yes, my peripheral vision might be on B, but if I start thinking about B, I'll run out to A. Okay. You've got enough time in there, so you've got to get over A, landing, and as you know they've taken off, you can then start to draw your gaze to B.
This is the biggest question though, isn't it?
Yeah, no,
So
there's
far.
one coming
So
up
far.
later on.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
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 But to me, do you think the problem will occur at B if you turn too early or too late?
Too early.
Too early. So that's why I'm saying get over A, looking straight, land, then draw your gaze to B. Don't be so focused on B that you have a problem here or you turn too early to B. So let's walk our straight strides.
4. Yeah, well, 2 straight
Yeah,
strides.
well, starting to turn on the second tee.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then turning back in. So the other important
That's
thing,
nicer than I thought it would be actually from the app.
but it's being really disciplined to go straight for longer than you think.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the main thing.
Don't wang and unbalance.
Exactly that. And then it's about opening the inside door. And then once you've made your turn tee, because there's this little lip here,
Yes.
it's saying, I'm going to keep the leg and the connection until he takes off. I'm not going to go, there's my stride.
Yeah.
Or there's my stride. I'm just going to go keep the level feeling in my hand created from my leg. Okay? Does
It's
that
actually
make
wider
sense?
than it looks now that
As
I'm
in
in
that
front of
way,
it as
you
well,
mean?
yeah.
Yes. And the flowers help. But it's being tall and thinking leg and hand, 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 leg and hand. Whee, we've
Oh,
taken off.
no, down here it's quite wide.
You know, you're fine. T, quick question.
Yeah.
If he's going to run out, which way would it be?
Right.
Right. So if I'm going to represent to it, what rein would I come off of?
The right.
The right, exactly, to control the shoulder. And I'd probably go around that.
Yeah.
Because what you don't want to do is have a run out here and then go, oh, bugger, I've had a run out.
Then have another
Let
one,
me get
yeah.
back in, and then you do it to go around that, get nice and straight, close the right shoulder. Okay, you're not going to, but it's just good to have a plan B to fence B. Happy, darling? Off we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've got 2 straight.
Go
and
and
then
walk it once more. Go and walk it once more.
I feel I've got 2 straight and then 3.
Yeah, perfect.
So land and react straight away.
Yeah, totally. And the beautiful thing about fences like this is you haven't got to worry about seeing a stride, Tina.
No.
Because all you've got to worry is about just keep kicking
You
up
could trot
the...
that if you need
You
to,
could trot
but
that
I'd
if you
like
need
more
to.
impulsion than trot.
But really, you've got to think about the canter.
But I am coming to the right a bit as well, aren't I?
This is where,
To jump it
Tina,
square.
You could, but if you're going to do that, you need to do it straight after the skinny.
Okay.
Once you've started coming up the mound, you're committed to the line you're on.
Okay.
Because look at me.
Actually, and yeah, it is inviting from here as well.
Yeah, if you start sidestepping on the mound,
Get
you're
out.
taking away all the power. Yeah, you just want to be kicking. Yes.
Okay.
This is where, Tina, you could go back to thinking,
Whee!
what's my favourite word?
What's his-
Gallop! Think gallop
Yeah.
up the mound because the mound will take the canter away.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah, so you've got to think energy. I mean, it's what, 60 centimetres when you get there?
And lots
So-
will have tired leggies
yeah.
by that point, won't they?
So this will
lots
be
of impulsion.
a fun feeling for you, but then straight away on landing, what have you got?
A hazard,
Hazard, exactly that.
which I hope will have something over
It
it.
will have something over it, but it still isn't grass.
No,
So it
exactly.
still needs, whoa,
Balance
little
for a
rebalance
change
so you
and-
don't gallop up that, jump that, fly over this, and then be on 2 wheels.
Yeah.
And you've got a tricky fence coming up next, and then after that. So you just
So
got to
ditch
keep
brush?
your confidence. Yes, but it's much kinder in person than it is on the
I was
app.
going to say, when you said tricky fence, I thought it looked nice.
It's after this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phew.
To me, you've either got one of 2 options here. One is you keep coming up on the line, you don't take his eyes off it, and you come at it a little bit on the slice. The other option is you come out just here and turn back in again, okay?
I'm
So
not
this-
taking any chances this far out. I'm hugging that banner and going straight.
Okay, but the one risk with that is
Oh.
taking the energy away.
Yeah.
So if you're going to do this, you've got to keep the canter, come out and
Yeah.
be positive. Yes. Otherwise, it would be easy to slightly kill him on the turn.
Yeah, very
and then
true,
come
'cause
out not with enough.
Diagonally, you just
Yeah.
take that in your stride. don't
Exactly that. So I totally agree, and that's where they're playing a game of who dares. You
Who
know,
dares wins.
It is, but who's going to come at it in a rhythm on the slice? Who's going to slightly square up but maybe lose the canter? Yeah. So I mean, it's a very small fence for the level.
Yeah.
It's very kind, actually. It's not even a ditch. Yes.
Yeah, no,
So-
it does look
Hello.
inviting.
So just gallop.
Just gallop.
Gallop. She
Gallop and jump. Right, we're just galloping it, all right,
Yeah.
guys.
knows. So yeah, do you see my point?
Yeah, and I wouldn't want to be doing that.
Not yet. Maybe next year.
Always got to go one further, innit?
There's a lot left in the boy.
Yeah, no, that is. I would be keeping my left rein open there, wouldn't I, if I do
And
take
you've had
it?
whip in right hand ever since after the corner because you needed it for the water.
Yeah.
And you needed it for the skinny down there.
Yeah.
And you need it here.
Yeah.
And you'll need it at the fences coming up, so it stays in the right. Happy?
Yeah, if he's jumping well, we're slicing that.
Get over A before you think about B.
So head towards the bottom of that dressage
Yeah,
arena.
totally, because you're going to have to do some straight strides anyway before B, so you've just got to
Oh, and you're on like a little ledge.
Totally, it's quite
Wow.
fun, isn't it? Well, in a good
Yeah.
way, it narrows you in.
But
It's
this
like
is more
having-
inviting because I thought this was going to have those solar panels in like it has previously, which I thought in the sun might be very glary.
Totally agree. No, they've been very kind.
Yeah.
Walk your straight strides. Pardon? Totally. They've actually been, I think, quite kind about that.
That's running downhill, so I think if we've still got plenty of energy in the tank, we'll get a nice fall through there.
I think you will. I think it doesn't walk overly long, but
I
I
won't
think,
be holding him, I'll just be balancing me.
and slightly longer reins to just let him travel down. The only reason someone have a problem here is if they've got the reins really short and the horse wants to travel down here,
Yeah.
and they get pulled forward. Just think, let them travel down, but keep a close grip with a longer rein. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And get over it before you turn right. Don't start turning over it and then just leave a leg and have a bit of an awkward
And I
jump.
guess though, although it is running you downhill, you have still got an uphill stride before taking
Totally.
off,
So
haven't
keep
you?
your leg on even when he's running you down.
Yeah.
Because he'll need the support on the takeoff to come up the
Yeah.
mound. Happy?
Yeah.
Good girl.
I'm excited.
Good girl. That's what I,
I am
want to hear.
excited. Do you know what? He felt so good at Calmsden that I'm just like, right,
Right, T. So first of all,
take the higher
this
ground line.
needs enough respect, okay?
okay.
It's a spooky enough jump, I feel. And when you get to it, it's got a little bit of width, and just go and stand the other side of it.
Got a
and
bit of a
walk-
drop, is it?
There is actually, yeah.
Oh yeah, crikey.
Yeah, quite considerably. Not for the 100, but there is for the 90. Walk your 2
Oh my
landing.
goodness, it is wider than I thought too.
That's what I mean. So walk your 2 landing steps,
Thanks, Nala.
and look how much lower you are than I am right now. Okay, so again, you've got to think come in with slightly longer reins.
Oh, but get them back.
But you'll only be able to get him back if you had long reins to be tall.
Yeah, true.
Because if you're short reins doing that, well, you're never going to get him back because you're on top of him on landing. Okay, so respect
So have you
this.
got to ride that a bit like a step, a bit like a drop type fence?
I would ride this
Like a
you
rail,
rode
ditch rail.
the broken bridge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, keep coming, positive down to it, slip the reins, land, and then get him back to you. There's so much time.
I know it's fine to penny pick it up, but what if you find a pound? Do you have good luck?
You're going to have a great day, yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Don't use up your luck today, darling. And then, you know, yes, they are A, B, so you can't circle, but there is a lot of time between them. Okay, so you've got to get over A first.
Am I hitting bang on the middle of this?
I think so, yeah, because as I say, you've got to get over A before you think about B. If you're too busy hooking to this because you want control for B, you need to get over this.
Not hooking, I just think the right of it has a slightly higher landing.
I think if you overthink that, then you'll be coming and you have to drop out more.
If you overthink that, you shouldn't have even got this far.
You're fine. Good. So then straight away, what have we got here?
An obstacle.
A hazard.
A hazard.
Hazard.
Why am I getting obstacles and hazards?
Obstacles will be jumping efforts.
Oh, okay.
A hazard.
We've got a trip hazard.
So again, Tina, you've gone too far. Here, whoa, little shimmy down the rein. Yeah, little left, right. Balance him so he doesn't go onto his forehand down here. Now, already, before I say anything, which option's screaming out to you?
The right.
Right, definitely.
Because you use the fence line.
Spot on. Good girl. So that's going to be our plan.
Unless you're a minute up.
No, you still wouldn't want to
Okay.
because the line doesn't help you.
No, we're not going to be a minute up.
So you just got to, it will feel a little bit funny going up this bit of undulation. Okay, but I would be on the fence line, but just prepared for them doing a bit of this, a bit of finding their feet, okay? And then being disciplined to stay out and thinking about what the ground rail is doing. Okay, riding to the ground rail rather than the brush. Yeah.
This is like we had coming out of the water at Bicton last year.
Totally.
And we all overthought that as well and then jumped it. This is 100% my option. I don't even need to look.
No. But, you've had a run out at this one.
No, I haven't, Cameron. I've got faith in myself.
Say you have. Are you going to redo this one?
Yeah.
No, I would go back round to the other one because it's hard. You're going to have to repeat the same line. And I would never like to
that's a nice
repeat
circle actually
exactly
as well,
that.
isn't it? Yeah.
So that's really, in my mind, the only reason why this is here, unless someone's horse dramatically ran out right every time. So to me, you've had a run out right, you've gone over there, loop round, spend a bit of time, come to this off the left rein to control the left shoulder, back to this one here.
That is tricky ground coming up
It
there.
is, but that's he's got to keep the energy because he's going to be going, where are my feet going? You've got to keep looking for your line no matter what he's doing and keep the leg on. They've been clever. Happy?
Delighted.
Good girl. That's what we want to hear.
Wow, glad I'm not doing the 100.
Well, I think this is beautiful. I think we're getting you ready for next year. Em, you're going to be jumping bigger things than this soon, so get your big girl brave pants on. Great fun. Eyes up. The fence is probably only about 95 in size.
Yeah, fair.
So,
it is only us that looks at that bit,
yeah,
isn't it?
totally.
But
Yeah, but if you keep your eyes up.
oh, they have got an option though. They can do
Exactly.
this backwards.
Yes, totally. So your thing here, Tina, is give it enough respect because it would be easy, you know, yes, you balanced him for the road crossing, but then it'd be easy just to fly down the hill and jump a bit across it and just think, oh God, that was a really unnecessary bad jump.
Yeah.
So just-
yeah, because he's got a wall coming up as well, isn't
Exactly
he?
that. So just be disciplined to really pick a point on it, square him up to it, jump it nicely, carry on. Yeah. Don't just
And
keep
leggies are going to be a
galloping
bit tired,
in.
and I'm going to be a bit tired. And, yeah.
I don't think he will be tired. Knowing the form he's in. And look behind you.
Oh,
That's
pretty.
isn't it?
Very pretty.
Very pretty. Balance through here. You know, you want to be a little bit hand-cantery over this bridge.
Yeah.
Not
Ba-dum,
not
ba-dum,
trying
ba-dum.
to get the time if you've lost a bit.
Yeah.
Because I know you think you're going to be quick. And hopefully you will be, but
Oh, I've got
there
to
is
set him up a
of
lot more
slowing
here. Yeah,
round,
yeah.
slowing up for fences,
Yeah.
you know, as opposed to other places where there's only maybe 3 fences on the course. There's probably a good 6.
Yeah,
at
and there
least.
aren't that many galloping on, are there?
No.
Because you've got a road crossing or you've got a
Totally that, a hazard.
hazard, a load of undulations.
Yeah. So you've almost got, Tina, 3 jumps here in the sense of this bit of undulation, which definitely needs respect because some might leap down it, some might go on the forehand down it. Your next jump is the road crossing, your next jump is the wall, okay? So your 2 hazards leading to your obstacle are very much almost like a treble that needs to be ridden, okay? Each with the required amount of balance because he might leap down this, he might whatever. I know they'll have wood chips or whatever there.
So
but
we are
still,
right in thinking to ride where we've naturally walked, which is to the left slightly.
Totally that. And the most important thing here is you have him even, okay? This is not a fence for anybody to be saving time at.
No.
This is a fence to be jumped very nice and careful, to get over and then move on again, okay? Being really disciplined to have him even.
Okay.
Yeah. But by having the hazards there, it actually
Sets you up for
forces
it.
you.
You wouldn't be fast and flat, would you?
Exactly
No,
that.
yeah.
Well, if you are, you're going to fall over before you get to the wall. So, you know.
And I feel like we're still slightly off centre. We're up to the left a bit. Is that right, or do
My
I need
most
to be jumping
important
the
thing
centre?
is once you've turned,
Yeah.
stay on the line you're
Just
on.
stay straight, okay.
If you're slightly on the left, slightly in the middle, slightly on the right, all of it's fine as long as he is on his train tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting really, I'm getting level with the tree that's in behind B. Further almost, aren't
Definitely
I?
further T. You want to be middle,
Oh, middle post.
middle post to middle.
To the middle of the B element.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're angling the step.
Okay, and my initial thoughts when I saw the pictures on the cross-country app is he's going to find that tree route spooky. Will he, or
No, not this late.
not
in the
this
course.
late in the
No.
course? Okay,
So
good.
most important thing is you have energy through the turn
Uh-huh.
and you come out square. And then what do we never do to a step up?
Slice it. You have to jump.
Yeah,
it
we never
square.
slice, and also what do we never do to a step up? Expand the horse.
Oh yeah, don't chase them
Yeah,
for it. Let
exactly
them get
that.
I trotted the step at
Yeah,
Calmston.
far better than expanding in the canter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you're coming here and they pick up long, great. But you don't expand them to pick up long.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
You let them jump up out of the hand.
Oh, and how excited will we feel by this point? when we
Very
just see the-
excited, Tina. Don't get excited yet because you haven't got over it. Okay, let's get you over it first, nice and clear. Then we can get
Yeah.
excited.
So I know I said I did trot the step up at Calmston, but you wouldn't recommend
Nope.
jumping a step
Nope.
up.
Because trotting
It's a lot of
sometimes,
effort for them, isn't it?
Yeah, and they're the motion, they don't have the push off
Yeah.
the hind legs like they do in the canter.
They'll go individually.
Exactly
Yeah,
that.
okay.
So to me, a canter is way better for a step up, but a good quality short bouncy canter.
And if I do come around that on the the right lead, it doesn't matter, does it? I've just got to stay powerful
because
and
actually will
connected.
keep them straighter. So
Yeah, okay.
yeah, but it's all about braking enough before you turn, not on the turn.
Yep, not
Yeah.
wanging it round and ending up
Exactly.
jumping over there.
And then having to haul back, ghastly, ugly. Good.
No, we don't want to look ghastly or ugly.
No, exactly. We want to look
We
beautiful.
want to look beautiful.
Right, let me know when it walks.
It walks one cam.
Okay, T, I'm just curious, how many steps you walk for landing after a step up?
Is it not? I don't know. Is it one?
One, yes.
Okay.
We always walk one for a step up rather than the normal two because they land a lot shorter. Step down still two.
So I've got to
So they
have.
jump out, but the step up they land short.
I've got to have a blimmin' good jump up to get one in there.
I think some will get two and make it look lovely.
Yeah.
And I'd be okay with that because it's reacting to how they've got up. Okay.
How does
Yeah, it's a really smart thing from a course designer to put a stump right on your line because it forces the riders to have to slow down to get out to find the line again
Okay.
and stops people from just being a little too excited.
I'm assuming we're coming to the right of it. Though.
Exactly that, except...
Although-
No. So right is definitely plan A.
Yeah.
100's gone all morning.
Churned
It's
up.
a little soft, okay? So I'm planning right, but back there I'm going, oh, it looks a little boggy. I might go to the left, okay? Because left isn't that bad. But
No, and also I feel like I'm more likely to stay channelled in the left, whereas right, if he does look at that, I could be off down there.
Yeah.
I know he shouldn't at this point in the course, but
So to me, if I was first to go of the day, I would go right.
Yeah.
Okay, personally, because I think it helps with the line. But if I come around and it's getting a bit muddy, this
even
isn't
if you
that-
ended up in the middle there,
Exactly
you've still got
that
room
too.
to get straight, haven't
Exactly. And as we always say, respect the last.
Yeah.
Have them nice and straight. So especially if you're going left, you've got to come back in and get them straight. Don't come at it on an angle. Jump it, and then you've got a bit of a way to the finish
Yeah.
line. Okay, so most people I'd say kick on. Like you, I'd be saying, let's see where we're at.
you? So, cross country app tells me that over the last fence, it should be 6 minutes 33.
Because the optimum is
The optimum is 6:36.
perfect. And if it's 6:36, what's your quickest you can go?
6:21.
Yeah, perfect. Fab.
So we
you got
want
that very quickly.
So we want to be going.
You know your problems there.
I know.
Yeah.
I want to be going over this at about
Yeah.
6:28.
Perfect. Brilliant.
Perfect.
Right,
That's
exciting.
it. I think that is a lovely last fence
yeah,
as well,
I
though.
think the whole, and then you get to go past the beautiful Voltaire sign as well.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
So, ready for the
But yeah, don't
Voltaire
switch off
Grassroots
if you are
Championships.
trying to make the time.
Yeah, exactly that.
Keep going. That's a long way to the
Long
finish
way,
line.
totally. Totally, and you can really kick on because you've got loads of time to pull them up. It's not like
Afterwards.
a sudden, oh God, I've got
You
to get them back.
can go all the way back to the stables.
And out of curiosity, T, when you bring him back, after you've gone through your finish line? What do you do with him?
I trot him for a little bit. Oh no, I do it depends what you say. You've got room here. Some places you don't have, and it's straight into the warm-up, whereas we're finishing completely the other side of the park to the warm-up.
So to me, what I'm quite passionate about is you come through, and then I gradually bring them down the gears in the canter whilst bending them a little bit, and whilst getting them nice and soft and over their back. Come to the trot, get them nice and supple. I don't let them trot around like that. Stay supple in the trot, because what I don't want is suddenly, you know, you imagine you've gone for a run, and then suddenly you stop, all your muscles suddenly seize up. You've got to think, work him over his back in the canter, then in the trot, and then gradually back to the walk. It just, A, you know, I think it stops them tying up a little bit, and B, it just means they recover better.
Yeah, okay.
So it's why you'll often see...
So about 30 seconds worth, or a bit more? Or?
A little less than that.
Less, okay.
Yeah, but it's why you'll often see professionals at a one day trotting back to their lorry. Okay. And you think it's because they're being...
Got to get another horse.
Got to get another horse, but actually a lot of professionals would be doing that because that's their cool down on their horse, you know.
Just stop.
Yeah, because you sometimes see people going, God, I wish that person would get off their horse. No, they're doing it on purpose to cool the horse down, yes, whereas actually getting off and leading them back isn't always actually the kindest thing to do.
No, that makes sense.
Good, exciting!
Yeah, so 6:36 across the finish line, and for those watching who maybe don't know what we were saying about 15 seconds, is you get penalised if you go too slow, so over that time. But if you go too, you've got a 15-second window, so you can be 15 seconds inside the time, but any faster than that, you also get penalised.
But to complicate it even more, if Tina was coming into the cross country on a 31, and someone else was coming into the cross country on a 31, it's then whoever's closest to the optimum time. So as you go up the levels, it then becomes quite specific. How close can you get to that optimum without going over it?
No, and actually, that's an interesting fact, because I never really think about that.
No, but with a lot of people here, people will be close. The margins will be tight.
Yeah, with the dressage being,
exactly that. So
that's something to be aware of.
Yeah.
Especially if you're clear by this point.
Exactly that, T, you know, but yeah.
Oh, exciting, brilliant. Let's get across that finish line. Thank you for all
brilliant.
your help.
Oh, my pleasure, T. You know how much I love it.
I don't feel massively daunted by it. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
Well, I think you've got a plan. You've done enough things now. You know how to ride him. And I do think it is a kinder route this year. It's still very challenging, and there will be lots of little flybys, people going past fences with silly little run-outs, but I do think it's got a nice flow to it.
Just got to treat them all individually, haven't you, really?
Yeah.
What would you say is the biggest
I think
worry?
fence 4 is going to be a fun one. Because
So early on.
Yeah, and I think people will be a little daunted by coming downhill to it and then trying to come too much on the angle to A, rather than just softening the slice.
Okay.
So I think fence 4. I think the corner is kinder this year, and everyone sort of knows it's coming up to badminton, so they practice their corners. And then the saddles before the water. I think that is going to... Yeah, totally. Yeah. I think you'll see a few annoying little stops at that, and people getting them over at the second time when the horse have then seen the water.
Trust that's not
No, God, you're on an older boy who knows his job. Do you know what I mean? You're not on a 5-year-old doing its
but he
first time
can
with the
sometimes
atmosphere.
feel a bit lucky.
He can, but you know him well enough to know when he will, and he gives you a
exactly.
little warning, and you can do something about it.
Definitely. Well, that was good timing. It feels like it's about to absolutely pee it down again.
Yes, it is, totally.
Thank you very much for your help. Thank you, Em, for
pleasure.
filming, and thank you, Cross Country App, for sponsoring this video.
Yes.
It's a lovely course.
Yeah,
I'm excited to ride it.
Exciting. Yes! Fingers crossed.
Thank you.
It's a few hours later and we've finally dried out, and we've finally got a glass of vino in the hand.
Woohoo!
Being very sophisticated and sharing a bottle of red whilst attempting to edit. But yeah,
Tina's been good.
I'm being good because I know red I'll only have 1 or 2.
Oh, sorry. I thought
being
being
good
good
with-
editing.
Okay, yeah, being good with regards to sorting content and footage, because as much as we think we're going to have loads of time tomorrow, it will fly by.
Oh, it will do. Yeah.
So my times for dressage are my times, not times, there's only one time. My time for dressage is 4:20. Obviously I've put that on Instagram, I don't think I've told the vlog, so it's going to be quite a long day, but equally at the same time I think it will fly by.
Yeah, it will. Because you'll be constantly clock watching.
Yeah, exactly. So I had all intentions.
Rain again.
It is rain again. It's currently very, very wet, basically. We finished course walking as we finished, the heavens opened.
Which was good. It was good timing.
Oh yeah, it was good because we'd finished.
Yeah.
But we still had to get all the way back here, so we've literally only just dried out 2 hours later. Mum's been here with Mark, used the cooking facilities and made him something for dinner.
Wait, what else have they made that's the best part of this?
They made the bed for us, which was incredible. And we didn't even ask them to.
she was like, well, the motorhome was open. Bad Tina, don't tell Rob. And we let ourselves in and we started making the bed. I was like, amazing, I love you very, very much.
Yeah, thank you.
But yeah, coursework was good. Cam was epic and very, informative and confidence boosting. And yeah, I will walk it a few more times again too. Definitely want to walk it once on my own on Wednesday morning, I think, because I've done that at the past 2 Badmintons.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think there's anything out there that I'm massively petrified of. It's just how thick and fast it all comes up. And the undulations make a massive... You've got to ride the line that you're picking to ride, because it has an impact on your approach, your takeoff, your time in the air, the landing, everything. Like, and the whole jump is influenced by the ground, isn't it?
Yeah. And that is something that you do not get.
Oh, you're not going to be in focus. I think I've got that background focus. Do you know how I change it?
Oh no.
You don't know?
I don't know.
It's fine because you're in focus now, so keep talking.
I was just going to say, the camera, like whether you take a photo or a video, does not quite show the true undulation, or like the little dips or the little...
camber, adverse.
Or even like coming up to that log where it's quite steep coming up. I still don't think that's come across when I was videoing. I was like, that is not showing how steep
it is. Yeah, so the biggest, although lots of the fences individually on the flat you would jump piece of cake no problem, it's the lie of the land, the undulations, the camber, everything like that is going to cause the influence on how it's ridden.
The position of the fences.
And also now the fact that it could all be underwater because there's been so much rain. It's literally like how this year started, it's suddenly, the heavens have opened. It's so wet. I mean, look at the drainers. They are rather soggy and muddy. The walk to the stables, I actually think now that it's continued, I will not be able to get to with trainers on. No. And guess who didn't pack wellies?
Oh, message Susie.
Anyways, signing out for now because I'm going to do a tiny bit of editing before going back, checking my pony's warm enough, topping up his hay net and giving him a big snuggle. And then we will rendezvous again in the morning. I'm actually going to go and have a look at the course walk footage because, I'm excited. It was a really good course walk, really informative with Cam. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed watching it if you've got this far.
I think it would be good for you to listen back to it
again,
definitely, because there was a lot
to take in.
A lot of information, because there's so many different questions that then he goes in, and he goes into such good detail, but actually trying to absorb all of that
which is why I wrote notes in the cross country app too, which I can refer to when I'm visualising the course prior to riding it. Coming up in the rest of this video, guys, will be my dressage test, and then we will be doing a separate video because my dressage is Tuesday, tomorrow, and then Wednesday will be show jumping and cross country. I'm 12:15 for show jumping, 1:15 for cross country. Oh, might be 1:15, 2:15. No, 12:15, 1:15. Best check that. But yeah, that will be in the next vlog. But for now, stay tuned for tomorrow, which is dressage day. Maggie's on around midday, and I'm not on till 4 o'clock. So like I say, it might be a bit of a drag, but equally I think it will also fly by because I will be getting on and riding Banks in the morning too, because I didn't get to ride him this evening.
I've just seen that
due to the fact it took so long to get here. Okay, I won't insert it, guys. I'll show you here now. Is it going to focus enough? Crazy, hey? That's where you were meant to be competing yesterday.
Wow. Yeah. And then I understand why not, do you know what I mean? But
we want to say, rain, rain, go away, come again another day in 2025. Thank you. Over and out for now, and good night. It's the next morning and we're still sat at the table. No, we did have a very, very good night's sleep, didn't we? Or I did. Did you sleep well? We had a very cuddly companion. I needed a wee. She didn't wake up, she was sleepy, weren't you, darling?
She was shattered.
She was absolutely shattered, and I am pleased to report, guys, that the sun is shining. It has stopped raining. Way! Han was the very best babe and fed my ponyo this morning, didn't you? And mucked him out. You're too kind. How's Maggie? Is she wanting a stutterer? Is she wanting a stutterer?
Yes, not right now.
Well, we're just having scrambled egg. Would you like some?
Oh, wow. Can we have the stutterer at 1:15? Yes, like 35 minutes.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, we'll finish this. And then, would you like anything? Tea, coffee?
No.
Cup of tea?
I wanted Pimm's, but they wouldn't
She
let me open it yet.
I will encourage that, Han. I mean, what time is it? Actually, no, I say wait till 11 o'clock.
Okay.
All right.
11's
Pimm's with some straws.
Pimm's.
Now the sun's shining, we do need to celebrate.
Pimm's, yeah.
You're going to have a cocker up your bum in a minute.
She's already been...
A cocker spaniel.
She's already been on my bottom. What's up,
I know. Yeah, she says, you must be missing your baby, so I just thought I'd paw you.
She knows that you're a doggy lady, though.
Yeah, they know, don't they? Anyways, yeah, Han was the superstar. I was actually about to say that before you turned up. Anyway, Han, I said, Han fed him and mucked him out this morning, which is very kind, because you guys were up super early.
Sack your groom.
Yeah. My groom, I had to wake up.
Everyone getting up, especially when it was cold.
Oh, and you do were cold. You'll have to come in here for a snuggle tomorrow.
Yeah. But like, I was
Thursday
so cold
morning.
that I needed to get up, so I literally just went in my pyjamas, did them both.
She's a babe. She's the bestest. And now Em, made scrambled egg, cheesy, yummy, ketchupy. It's good because I don't feel at all nervous today. Weird, isn't it? I will do tomorrow.
You're the back cover of Horse and Hound this week.
Wow.
Oh, nice picture.
Oh, I can't see it, but
Oh, okay.
SEIB.
Anyways, I've also just imported the footage from yesterday to my laptop, and we've got 1 hour and 22 minutes already. So short and sweet one today, guys. Literally, it's like I said,
Believe that when I see it.
20 to 11. Next
movie
dressaging at 12:15.
20 past, I think.
20 past 12.
12:18, actually, guys.
12:18. She'll be trotted down
Who's
the
the
centre
good
line.
groom now?
She didn't know what time she needed to start the pony.
I've been told.
You do now.
Oh yeah, quick past.
But you got time for a Pims first at 11.
Yeah, 11 6.
Yeah, so we aren't going to do too much footage or filming until my
You're gonna
time
have-
for my
you're gonna have a
dressage
little
warm-up.
ride, aren't you?
I am going to have a little ride in a minute. I'm going to finish this first and then we'll rendezvous. And I was like, well, rather than carry on, we'll stop and do that free walk up into left-hander again.
Yeah.
Rather than make a thing of it.
So it's come out quite warm now. Tina just said, in case you didn't hear her, he's feeling ever so slightly lethargic.
Which I don't mind.
No, it's a good thing.
Just done 2 nice give and retake.
Good. With your elbows.
He was saying the other day.
We're rolling them. Somebody's watched your vlog behind.
She's normally wear too many hats.
Nice. Very good. Boom. Very good. Yep, you are squirty. Having a little look down.
Guys, this afternoon is dragging, isn't it? It's taking a long time to come round, our test, isn't it, mate? But we've got him over by the lorry. I'm going to get to work cleaning those leggies, because this is how he comes out of the stable block. Very, very muddy over there. And Em's getting to work plaiting, and he's been very chilled and relaxed, isn't he?
I'm very happy.
What do you think of his length of mane at the moment?
It's a bit long.
Little bit long. But it'll be fine. It will be fine. Gonna pop his massage pad on, let him zen, get some warm water, which I've just got out of here. And you guys have seen us get him ready enough times. We will,
Nothing's changed.
nothing's changed apart from how muddy his feet are prior to attempting to clean them. I wouldn't drink that, Nala, it's rather warm, my babes. So yeah, we will see you in the dressage warm-up, hopefully. I won't tempt fate by saying this, but hopefully he's a bit wakey-wakier.
Says I'm conserving my energy, Mum, to do the best test of my life. And look who's just arrived. Careful. Yeah. I was just turning the camera off because we didn't have a videographer, but you could be the videographer. But I've also said that everybody's seen us getting ready enough time, so we will cut straight to the dressage.
We can put the
I've never seen somebody so happy about cleaning boots.
I love this. This is so cool. Honestly, I'll clean all your tackle.
Do you know, whenever I've shared it on stories, so many people are like, I want one, but because they come from France, you've got to pay the postage from France. That's a nightmare.
Guys,
yeah,
it's worth it.
it was worth it. Even if
I love tackling
That's
anyway, but this
We'll all
is just
split the postage.
yeah,
even if the postage is more than the mitt itself.
incredible.
It is good, isn't it? It's quite satisfying.
I love it.
Oh,
This one, Hobbs.
oh yeah.
To the barbecue place. I can get them delivered to my dad's.
Oh,
Oh, this
you could do a thing here. Yeah.
Oh my god, I love this. Right, don't get this.
Get a bit of markup. Where are you putting them?
Yeah.
Put it on my foot, not
I
yet.
don't want it to get dirty.
Pop them back in there.
Gotta get it right now. Yeah, push your limits with you right now. Gotta get it right now.
Boy.
Yeah, push your limits with you right now. Gotta get it right now.
This is really good, Tina.
He's feeling really relaxed.
Yeah, really, really good. Just keep doing those walk trots on those straight lines. Just breathe as well. Nice and straight. Yeah, and then trot again. Yeah, good.
Good boy.
Yeah, don't canter for too long, okay? Balance into the trot, slow him down. Slow him down. That's it, yep. Every time you go canter to trot,
Yeah.
you stay straight, squeeze the reins, you compress him and slow him down out here. You teach him that when he comes, he's got to wait for you to then put your leg. Then in the test, you can trot, soften the hands, and he'll wait, and you can push him forward, and he'll be in great balance, okay?
Okay.
But you got to prep that out here. So just teach him not to canter and run out of balance, canter, sit.
Okay.
Then you can ride, all right? Because he doesn't need a lot of work. You just want to finalize the details now.
Bend.
Outside rein, straightness.
See, I don't feel like I'm moving at all there, but is that fine?
Perfect. Very, very nice. Just be straight. Slow the trot.
He anticipated that then.
Yeah. So in the test,
Yeah.
you can ride that canter bigger,
Okay.
okay? But out here, you start riding him bigger, he'll run. So
Okay.
when you're in there, you can then ride the test of your life, okay? But out here, if you ride like that, he'll either be dead in there or he'll start to get tired and run out of balance, okay? We'll just practice those rollbacks.
Yep.
Those half
On each
15-meter circle back to the board, and then have that lovely balance in the half 15 like that. Then as you come out, ride forward for a few steps. So you're riding with your seat.
As soon as I get straight.
As soon as you come out of the half circle, ride forward onto the straight line, so he knows that you want to get there.
Keep going, yeah.
Otherwise, it sort of goes slow, and then slow, slow, slow,
Ready
and
to
then
trot.
breaks.
Okay.
And then you've got to ride him to the board, and then you sit, and then we're going to teach him to slow down in the walk, because what you notice is people are slowing down to the boards, the horse is going crooked, that's when they're slipping.
Okay.
So you've got to ride him, then get him in a position, the canter, to ride him to the boards, then you can sit, he waits in the trot, and then you can ride him through that little bit before the corner, okay?
Yeah.
Because you're going to need that, all right? So practice those little rollbacks. He looks really rideable.
Yeah.
Okay, you just want to breathe and start looking up a bit. Okay.
Okay.
Do it. Just relax and think about presenting yourself as well. Okay, relax in your arms, but present yourself in your vision. Look up.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, that was too much, wasn't it?
No. You're fine. You're fine. This is a lovely canter. This is your test canter. Okay. Yeah. Then body up, make the transition clear, slow, then ride leg. Good, Tina. When you come from the canter to the trot, like that, you're great now, and he's waiting.
Okay.
Now, you got it in that canter. Don't be defensive in the downwards transition, yeah?
Yeah.
Canter, canter, canter. Keep his ears up.
Yeah.
Okay, trot, and then you can get your leg round him straight away. All right, one more on the left. It's easier for you on the right. On the left is a little bit harder because of the straightness, okay?
And that's where it's going to be more downhill as well, isn't it?
Just keep his ears up. No, you do the one off the left going up, I think.
Oh yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah, so it's fine. So you can ride that canter with his ears up, okay?
Okay.
Sit, keep looking up, breathe, then ride, because you want to get into step, so then you can help him in the corner with a little bit of the rein then.
Okay.
You got to get into step now. He looks great. So on left one, okay? Left canter, give and retake was wonderful. Don't look down, okay?
Oh, my heart's going like the clappers all of a sudden.
No, you're amazing. You're doing amazing.
Thank you.
He looks good, but you've still got 15 minutes, so we're just going to keep doing the detail. We don't need to do anything else. We'll ramp the trot up before he goes in, and that's it.
Okay.
All right, he looks amazing.
Good boy, darling.
Left canter, okay?
Left canter, yeah. What is my thing? I finish the free walk, don't I? And then I'll do that.
Yeah, very good. Good idea. Love, yeah.
Oh, don't do that.
Just keep going on the circle. Circle, circle.
Just anticipating it now, isn't it?
Yeah, so just teach him that you're just going to go forward.
Thanks, don't. It's gone very swishy.
No, you're fine. Just get the inside leg on him. Ride him through it. Okay. Good. That's it. Keep the hands there. Yeah, good.
Good boy.
Look up through the short side. Tina, keep thinking elbows in front of my rib cage.
Yeah.
This is really good. Just relax, bit level in the mouth. Don't drop your hands, keep your hands. Okay, give him a walk.
I don't know why you got a bit cheeky in the left canters then.
Yeah, don't worry. Before he goes in, we'll do some like forwards and back in the trot and stuff, and then he'll be good with the leg. It's only because this is a bit stop-start, so he's kind of a bit like switch off, and then he's like a bit fun and excited.
Good boy.
But you just need to kill 5 minutes really.
Okay, just walking around.
If you can, yeah. Because personally,
No, I don't.
I think you just want to ramp him up for 5 minutes and then you're ready to go. You want to just get him there. How are you feeling in yourself?
Yeah, good.
And how do you think he is feeling? Like when you looked up, I think in the test you want to be really conscious of riding him through the short side, especially in the trot, okay?
Short side.
The top ends of the... So when you come out of the canter, in the canter and you trot, you need to ride that corner and look up through the short side to get into step, and his frame comes out.
Forward.
And then you can ride your canter transition, whatever you need to do after that, or ride round to, which I think is the halt then. But you got to ride through that top short side. The judge is right there seeing you, so get his neck out, okay?
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
And then you look great. It's all about where you're looking, really.
Okay.
Yeah, but you look good.
Thank you. No, he's feeling good.
Maybe,
I'm warm now.
Yeah, it's really muggy, isn't it? So
I'll keep him moving, shall I?
yeah, and I would do some leg yield in the walk. You just want him to start getting used to that inside leg and moving away from it, so it won't wear him out, but it will just get him like responsive and keep him attentive in his mind. Just sit, lift your body up to slip, that's it, turn him, then forward. So you see when you make your body taller, he balances him. So you go forward in the long sides, sit up, turn, kick. Good. Sit up, turn, kick. Great. Now come across a diagonal, do the walk, trot, okay? Straight. You do not think about turning. Trot, too much walk.
Yeah, I'm
Kick.
bending left, sorry. I chose
That's
the wrong
all right,
place
just
to do
do
it.
another one. Come on, look up. Walk, 1, 2, 3, trot. Super, straight, straight, straight. Then sit up to balance him, don't pull. Good. Leg, sit up, turn. Leg. Good. Sit up, turn. Leg. Tina, this looks good. You ride him like that in there, you'll be amazing. Onto a circle, then pick up the left canter. Look up, ride forward in the canter, forward.
Good boy.
Now look between his ears. Bring the horse with you. This is good. Level the bit up. Ready for a give and retake. Level the... Look between his ears. Soften. Wonderful.
Good boy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Half circle back somewhere. Ride with his ears up. Keep your hands. Sit tall. Level the bit. Good. Keep the hands up. Sit tall. Look through the short side. Keep the bit level. Straight. Sit tall. Turn leg. Leg. Yeah. Okay. Push the right rein against the neck into the hole, okay? Look straight up. Push the right rein against the neck, straight. Very good. Okay, we're good to go.
Emily, the legs look right.
Oh. That took a team of us. Okay guys, so here goes. Once I actually had to canter around, well, after that fabulous warm-up, I was very, very excited about trotting down this centre line. So, we have a judge at the very end at C, and then we have the judge over there on the right as well at B or E. I should know the markers because I rode the test. B, big fences, isn't it? So down the centre line, turn left, we had a 7.5 from both judges, one saying positive, straight entry. And then we come round to S and we do our 15-metre circle. Judge at C giving us a 7, and then the judge at B giving us a 7.5, saying super rhythm. And I do feel that we started very positively. Here's our walk across the diagonal, and we have a 7 from both judges. The judge at B saying slightly unsteady contact. And then we come up around the short side, and then we do the same again at V, another 15-metre circle. The working trot around before the circle, again a 7 from each judge, and then for the 15-metre circle, a 7.5 from the judge at C, and a 7 from the judge at B, saying more supple bend. We then do the walk transition across the centre line again. One judge saying not enough walk steps. It should be 4 to 5. I didn't actually count because I was reading the test sheet just then. But the other judge giving us a 7 and saying could march more. We then come round and do our medium walk transition, which let us down for us actually. Normally our medium walk and free walk we do very well at, and here we've got a 6.5 from both. One saying lacking engagement in transition, and the other saying half circle too shallow, more ground coverage. So I have to accept responsibility for that because that's my fault, not Banksy's. And then we go up into the working trot, a 7 from the judge at C and a 7.5 from the judge at B. Up into the canter, 7 from C, 7.5 from B. And then our 20-metre circles, 7.5 from the judge at C and a 6. No, a 5 from the judge at B, saying give and retake not clear. Which is a shame because the judge at C thought it was good. We then loop round and do our 15-metre circle and go back to the track, and this is where I made a mistake because it was deep mud. I pushed that little bit too much to go forwards into the trot, and we just stayed in canter that one extra stride. So we had a 7 from the judge at C still for that, but we had a 6 from the other judge saying well balanced but a little late to trot. Up into the canter again, we had a 7.5 from both judges, which is nice. Onto the right rein canter, again the 20-metre circle, give and retake. A 7.5 again from the judge at C. She liked my give and retakes that I've been working hard on. The judge at B, however, said nice rhythm, circle too large, give and retake brief. And then back on our 15-metre circle to the track. 7.5 again from C. She's very generous with her 7.5s. And the judge at B saying 7.5 also. Better positioning this way. Then we loop around back in trot past the judge, do our 10-metre loop back to the centre line to our halt. We had a 7 from both judges. The one at C saying shoulders slightly to the left. And the judge at B saying losing impulsion on the turn but super halt. Overall, the collective marks 7.5, 7, 7, 7.5, and a well presented fluent test with much to like from the judge at C, giving us a 28, and then the judge at B a super rhythmical, well presented test with plenty to like. Could show more suppleness, just be aware of your accuracy at times. 7, 6.5, 6.5, 7 for a 32.
I got scared at the halt at the end. I was like, oh, just I should have got it time.
Oh, sorry. I'm walking backwards.
Well done. Really good.
Hey! Put on bags.
You're tired.
You have to kick him a lot. Good boy, I should have bought polos.
And I ended up being slightly late to the trot.
Yeah. But you know, like, it looked pretty accurate.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah, no mistakes. We've seen score predictions.
Yeah, just randomly. Do you know, I think she could be very similar to me. I'm going to say 29.
Okay.
I think it's definitely sub 30. I think it deserves a sub 30. 10. Yeah.
Where is T? T, can we have score predictions? Sorry, Banks. Sorry, Nala. You want a score prediction?
I've got no clothes on.
Oh, sorry.
Score prediction. I don't know. When there's two judges, it's always harder, isn't it? No. I think. I'm sticking with that. I'd hope 32.5.
So you'd be really happy if I said it was 30?
Yeah! Hang on.
Bang on 30.
Oh, yes, I'm elated.
Good boy.
I'm closer than you. I'd like it to be a 29.8, but you know.
No, we're happy with 30.
Come here, darling. Oh, buzzing for you too. That's fantastic. Happy days. Nearly joined you on a sub 30. Bang on 30.
I scraped it.
But your first sub 30 at badminton.
Well, actually no, Bear got a 27.
Oh, Bear!
I know, but then Bear went pretty downhill after that.
First sub 30 on jam at badminton.
Yeah.
I'm happy. Yeah, I pushed on a little bit for the
canter uphill to the mud. I was worried about balancing in the mud, and then I was tiny late down, so I'm sure they'll have picked up on that.
Yeah, but
and I think the first walk trot walk was a few too many steps, maybe one.
I don't know. I was counting.
Good girl.
What was
I like
it? 4 to 5.
Yeah.
No, I think you got 5 in both.
Okay.
But
Felt like you
depends-
sat back a bit in the first
I just
one.
felt that when you went to ask for trot, it didn't quite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you not
and
see-
sometimes they count the like midi
Yes,
transitions.
that's
to
my
our
medium
stride.
Whereas the
No,
second
right.
one I thought was bang on.
My medium walk felt awful. He felt like he was like, I could see you. Like, come on.
Your first corner was mint. You were literally like centre line.
That felt right. I was like, I'm going to go right into it and avoid the mud.
Yeah. Impressive stuff, mate.
So yeah, elated. We're going to run because you're going to watch. We're going to watch Carrie Ann really quickly and then run to the start again because Alex is going to do a course walk with us. You'll have to do one with Saini.
I am. I'm going to walk.
It's always good to get like differences of opinions on each fence, isn't it? And then you've got to choose yourself.
Well, so it's you and your horse.
Yeah, it's you and your horse. Only we know our babies.
And how you jump in. Like you never like you can have plan A that you want to do and then you jump in funny.
Yeah. But I'm going to be a very good girly, guys. You've had some footage of Alex warming me up for dressage, and yeah, I'm going to be good and leave the camera here and focus.
Yes.
Which is something we're not so good at, but today I think I need to, especially because we're on a 30. Eek! Right, let's go. Let's go watch Carrie Ann ace it with Connor.
I feel it's better if I just walk. I'm not sure about this.
No, I mean you managed so far.
Oh God, this is so. Oh my goodness.
Like learning to drive.
Oh.
Come on, get her. I'm scared to let go. I carried 4 people, they can at least carry a... Guys, that's a wrap. Oh, for day 1 and 2 here at Badminton Horse Trials. Okay. We're currently on a 30. Intense place overnight, which is crazy, but very exciting. A little bit nervous about the show jumping, a little bit nervous about the cross country, but we'll think about that tomorrow because for tonight we're going to have a little glass of bubbly. They're off to a...
If they get there.
Oh my god, I would not be trying to go through that mud. Wow, that is bold move. Hey, if they can do that, I can do the cross country. But yeah, very grateful to everybody for all their support. Grateful to the cross country app for sponsoring this video. Excited to get out there and ride it tomorrow. Nyla, stay, darling. Stay. Mummy be back in a minute, I promise. You're very worried. She said Mummy went off screaming.
Oh no, they've gone. I don't know if I can zoom in properly. Wait, I'm zooming past you. It's so slow to zoom. No, it's not good.
I think they got stuck in the mud. There's definitely a bike on the side. But that's fine, they're on their feet. Oh, wow. Anyways, over and out. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for your support, everybody. Oh, Nala, babe, it's fine, my darling. And yeah, I think this is going to be pretty long, so I will shut up now, but I'm loving it. I'm loving being here. And I'm determined to be as possible as possible. Might have had a couple of Prosecco's already. I'm determined to be as positive as possible tomorrow too. Now I'm going to come and give you a cuddle in a minute, babe. Oh, because I'm missing my poppy too. Thanks for watching, and we will see you all for day 2, or day 3 really, jumping day tomorrow in the next video, which will be show jumping followed by cross country. I'm show jumping at 1:15, cross country 2:15. Fingers crossed it goes well. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye.
We should